Hi all, welcome to i-tutor Academy. In today's session, we will start with the Unit 11, Subsection 8 of MMPC 010, that is Implications of Perfect Competition and Monopoly for Managerial Decision Making. So the assumption underlying perfect competition market are very restrictive, and the few markets are found with the characteristics of many small sellers and easy entry and exit and an undifferentiated product. Normally, a majority of modern industries operate under condition of oligopoly or monopolistic competition. So the perfect competition and monopoly are the two extreme market conditions which are rarely come across in the real world of business. So then the question arises, so as to why study them, and it is useful to think of perfect competition and pure monopoly as extreme with the other market structure placed in between. And there are many industries that have most of the characteristics of perfect competition or monopoly. The two extreme models therefore serve as benchmark and provide guideline in making decisions. And consider the following case: a multinational soft drink company P was in the bankruptcy for the second time. The president of the company tried to sell it to soft drink company C, but the C company wanted to part of the deal. So in order to reduce cost, the president purchased a large supply of recycled 12 ounce beer bottle, and at that time the soft drink P and C were sold in 6 ounce bottle. Okay, so this is one of the case study. Okay, so please refer from your IGNOU study material this case study, and please read it out so it will more clear. Okay, so it's this reasoning also here mentioned in this case study. Okay, so the smart monopolistic considered the incremental effect of his decision. So what is the revenue to received from selling, or based on that case study, so received from selling one additional unit of a product, and what are the cost of selling one additional unit of a product. So certainly if the cost of selling one additional unit of a product exceed the revenue, the monopolistic would certainly not wanted to sell that additional product. So the law of demand says that she or he could raise the price of his product and thus sell less. Alternatively, if the revenue of selling an additional unit of a product exceed the cost of selling that unit, and the monopolist should wanted to sell more units. The law of demand says that she or he could sell more by lowering his price. So thus by setting the price correctly, the monopolist can sell the exact number of units such that the cost of selling one additional unit exactly equals the revenue of selling the additional unit. So which by the above reasoning is the only optimal price. However, there is an additional complication. The cost of selling one additional unit do not include any part of the salary of the CEO or the rental cost of the plant. So both must be paid whether or not the additional unit is sold. Thus, in the long run, if a monopolist cannot cover his overhead by pricing in the optimal manner, he should shut down. And the situation involving soft drink P and soft drink C clearly differs from either of the above scenario. But what can we learn from both the cases? Okay, so that is all about the case study of this unit, and summary of this unit 11 is here. So in this unit you should you have studied the market force operating in perfect competition and pure monopoly, and the pricing and output decision in this two market structure. And the perfect competition model assumes a large number of small seller and buyers, identical product, and an easy entry and exit condition. And in perfect competition, firms face a horizontal demand curve at equilibrium price, and price is determined by the interaction of the market supply and demand curve. Since no single firm has control over price, the objective of manager is to determine the level of output that maximizes the profit. And the perfectly competitive firm maximizes a profit at a point where price equals marginal cost, and the firm can make an economic profit or loss in the short run, and the depending on market price. If the price drops below average variable cost, the fame should shut down, and or even if the fame is making a profit in the short run, it may wish to change its plant size or capacity in the long run in order to earn more profit. The monopolist is a single seller of a differentiated product. Entry into the market is difficult or prohibited. Being the single seller, the monopolist has power over price, and for maximizing profit, the firm produces until marginal revenue equals marginal cost. So, this way, the monopolist earns the economic profit in both the short run and the long run as well, because entry is restricted for new fame. And in the real world, the few market structure meet the restrictive assumption for perfect competition or monopoly. Still, these two models are useful because many industries have the characteristics of perfect competition or monopoly. Moreover, the perfectly competitive model serve as a benchmark for evaluating the performance of actual market and provides guidance for public policy. Okay, so keyword section is here in this unit. Please go through it, and self-assessment question, so please do it. It will help you for your term and examination like your assignment. And try to do it. In between any doubt, you can contact us anytime. And for more MB series, you just do like, share and subscribe our channel. Thank you so much.
i-tutor Academy presents IGNOU MBA Complete Syllabus Coverage Classes for individual students, semester-wise subject with online flexible timing. For more details, contact on +91 623 827 1885